Hey, what's up? Dapper Dividends, I am Russ, and today I'm going to talk to you about custodial accounts, where I have mine, how I buy stocks within it, what you need to set one up, and some of the finer points and fine print that you might need to be aware of before considering investing in a custodial account. And after we do all that, I'm going to bring my daughters down and have them quickly tell you why they bought what they bought. I gave them money for Christmas. I let them pick the companies that they wanted to invest in. I may have had a little bit of influence on it, but we're teaching them. I'm trying to get them to learn about passive income and see the power of having world-class companies pay you money. And thank you for coming by. I just wanted to say I'm growing this channel. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to do this for you. And the best way you can thank me is to right now give me a thumbs up and subscribe, or at any point that you find value from that. So without further ado, let's get into the Charles Schwab Custodial account. So I do use Charles Schwab, the custodial account. I have two separate accounts for each of my daughters. You need one for each minor. It doesn't have to be somebody you're related to. You can open up a custodial account for pretty much anybody, as you'll see here in a minute. What I do love about the Schwab custodial account is it is a regular brokerage account. You get all the benefits, you get all the research tools, you're able to talk to Schwab and get their customer support, which is 24/7. You have somebody that you can talk to, which is what I like about these big established brokerage firms, not the Acorns, the Robin Hoods, the Stashes, their spotty customer service. This, you will talk to somebody and get an answer for your questions regarding your money and your account, which is very, very important. There are no contribution limits. There is no gift tax incurred for contributions under $15,000 individually or $30,000 as a couple contributing to that in a single year. They do consider minors as children that are age 19 or younger and are a dependent, or full-time college students under the age of 24. And the first $2,200 of a child's unearned income is tax-free. All amounts over the $2,200 are taxed at the rates for trusts and estates. So that's your dividend income. If you have dividend income that is under $2,200 a year in the custodial account, you're not going to have to worry about paying taxes on that. Again, the 24/7 support. All assets are held in the child's name. These are companies that the child does own. The child does own. Very powerful. 20% of the assets will be considered when applying for financial aid when they're teenagers. If they're looking for tuition assistance, 20% of this will be recognized and considered when factoring in for that application. And a custodial account is an irrevocable gift, and you must turn it over to the child when they reach the age of majority. Typically age 18 or 21, but can be as much as 25, and it depends on the governing state. Here in Illinois, it is 21, so when my daughters turn 21, these become their accounts. There's nothing I can do or say. They can liquidate it, close it, take the money and run, and I hope to God I've taught them better than that, and they will keep adding to it. I've given them a stream of income that is going to keep growing. And any funds used prior to the age of majority must be used for the sole benefit of the minor. The account pricing, of course, there is $0 minimum opening deposit. You don't have any account maintenance fees, no money to open the account. The only fees that I could see is if you use a third-party broker or you have some type of loaded mutual fund that you're trying to buy. Those could incur fees. But if you stick with anything in the S&P 500, you're going to be fine. You stick with Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and $0 online stock and ETF commissions as long as you stick with the VOO, Apple, the big names. It's really simple and easy. When I opened up the custodial accounts, I requested the application packet in the mail, I filled it out, and then I brought it to a branch office here locally in the Chicagoland area. And all you need is your social security number, your driver's license, your employer's name and address if applicable, and the contact information, birth date, social security number of the minor. Again, you can do this for anybody, a neighbor, niece, nephew, cousin, it doesn't matter. And the statement information for the funds you may want to transfer. When I did it, I wrote a check and I attached it to the application, turned it into the Schwab branch office. They opened the account, cashed the check, and funded it and set it all up. I didn't have to do anything else. It was really simple and easy process. Okay, so we've got the custodial account open. How are we buying the shares? We're doing it with Schwab stock slices. This is really convenient to give the gift of owning a company to a minor, something in their name that they actually own and you do not. So this is really easy because anyone can own any of the S&P 500 companies or major ETFs for as little as $5. I really love this infographic here, the info wheel. So if you were to buy shares of Amazon, Netflix, Target, Best Buy, Nike, EA Sports, Sega, Google, John Deere, Apple, and Facebook, at the time this was created, it would have cost you over $6,200, but with the slices, you can spend $50 and still get a piece of all those fantastic companies. As the illustration here shows with Apple, $5 invested. If the share price was $108, you would get 4.6% of a share. It really is that simple and easy. You open the account, you fund the account, and then you buy the shares through slices. So how do we do that? Let's take a look. So all you have to do once you're in your account is you hover over the trade. You click right here on Schwab Stock Slices. In the Schwab Stock Slice main page, you'll see 506 stocks available. And all you're going to do, if you don't want to search, you can go through the different sectors. So let's do a little grouping here. Why don't we go American Airlines, Apple, AbbVie, and one of my favorites, Archer Daniels Midland. You will click continue. Now you'll have to, very important, pick the account that you want those slices to go into. It could be your account too. If you have an account over at Schwab, we're going to type in the $40. Another important point here is the dividends, reinvesting these dividends. As you can see here from my daughter's account, when she did receive dividends from Coca-Cola, right away they bought more fractional shares of Coca-Cola. She received fractional dividends. They bought fractional shares. I didn't have to do anything. This was all done automatically, makes it real simple and easy. You'll review the selection. You'll see here order one of American Airlines, $10, dividends reinvested. Yes, they give you the estimated total shares. Now this will change because the market may open up higher or lower tomorrow. We don't know. I'll go over that in a minute. Order two, Apple, $10. Order three, AbbVie, 10, and ADM, 10. They break it down for you. You would check the box up at the top that you understand and then place the order and you will be brought to the confirmation page. Also wanted to tell you that you can show them proof that they're an owner. Now this is not a stock certificate from the companies you bought. This is Schwab's Stock Slices certificate, but a nice little gift and nod to show the kids that they actually own this. You can download and print this. And they also have a guide to teach young owners about stock investing that is also downloadable and printable, which is the new Stock Owner's Guide. These are going to be found during your order confirmation, which the page I did not show you. And a couple quick notes about slices here is that, again, they allow you to buy dollar amounts instead of shares, which is really convenient. You can buy a group of slices, as we saw, but you cannot sell the group. You must sell individual shares of those stocks. You can't sell an individual dollar amount. All orders are market, not hold orders or best effort prices. And all that means is you cannot set a limit. You cannot say, I want to buy Apple at $125. As soon as you hit execute and place the order, they're going to make that at the best price they can when the next trading window opens up, whenever that is. And they are truncated up to 4 decimal points. As you can see with the $10 of McDonald's I bought for my daughter, it did end up being $9.98 because of the price it was trading at and the truncation of the decimals and the conversion that they had to do. Slices may not be available at or near market open or close. The last and first 20 minutes or so, they may or may not execute your trade of the slices. And they are not eligible for extended hours. They will execute the next day. Perfect example is when I'm filming this. It is a Sunday night. So if you were to do this, the order would execute on Monday. It would execute tomorrow, probably somewhere after the first half hour or so of trading opens, and then you'll get an email saying that that order went through. And if you have the app on your phone, you will get an SMS message pop up when those shares are bought and at what price they bought them for. Dividends you will receive only above half a penny. If it is under half a penny, you will not receive that. So this should motivate you to invest more dollar amounts to get bigger dividends in the companies that do pay those dividends. Mergers and acquisitions, splits, or spin-offs, you will receive fractional shares. So when Apple and Tesla did their splits, if you had fractional shares, you receive additional fractional shares, whatever the split was. So that's not to worry. And if they spin off, you're going to get those as well. Only whole shares allow you to vote in company procedures and proceedings. If they're voting for trustees or somebody for the board, you do get to vote if you have one full share. If you don't have a full share, you unfortunately do not get to vote. And you must sell a full fraction. If you have 2.4 shares of AbbVie, you can only sell 2.4, 2.0, 1.4, 1.0, or 0.4. You cannot sell 1.2 shares. You have to sell the entire fraction when selling shares. And this is because the brokerage firms, they buy the shares and they break them up, they fractionalize them, and then they let you buy from them until you own a full share, and then they transfer the ownership of a full share over to you. So if you're trying to transfer out of Schwab to another brokerage, if you had 10.5 shares of Apple, they will transfer the 10 shares, but that fractional share will be sold for cash, and then they'll transfer the cash along with those 10 shares. These are all just some things that I thought you should know and be aware of when you are investing and using Schwab stock slices. All right, so I'm here with my daughter, Ivy, and I gave her $150 for Christmas to buy stocks with because, as we know, toys can break. And yes, we did get toys and we did get things for them to play with. Of course, they got a Nintendo Switch that I'm looking at, right? You wanted the Nintendo Switch. And so, yeah, we got the Nintendo Switch and toys, but I also am investing for their future and teaching them the power of companies paying them money inside of their custodial accounts that one day she'll take over when she's 21, because here in the state of Illinois, you can only do it when you're 21. It may differ where you are at. So we gave you $150, and first up, we bought a full share of Kellogg's, ticker symbol K. Why did you buy Kellogg's? Why did you want Kellogg's?
Because I eat the cereal.
Bought a full share. It was $61.30, as you can see here on the screen. So we bought a full share of Kellogg's, and then we put $10 into McDonald's, ticker symbol MCD. Why are we going with Mickey D's? What do you like about McDonald's? That was a new position for her, by the way. She didn't already own McDonald's, so it's a brand new position.
When we go to the airport, I eat food there.
Yeah. Usually when we fly somewhere, right, we get breakfast at McDonald's. It's very convenient. Usually we're flying somewhere early, and we don't eat breakfast till we get to the airport. Well, I eat breakfast, but we treat them to McDonald's. Next up, we put money into Walt Disney Company, ticker symbol DIS. Now, Disney is one of your biggest positions, and you only put $10 into Disney. What do you like about Disney?
They made Disney Plus.
That. But what else? The Mandalorian. All right, we'll move on. All right, Mandalorian.
That's not Disney. It's
yes,
Disney Plus.
That's Disney. It's the Disney universe, the Disney world. And then what did we go with next? We went with Coca-Cola. $10 into Coke, ticker symbol KO. So that is a position. That was one of your very first ones that we ever bought into. You've had Coca-Cola for a while. You're getting dividends reinvested, as we can see here. 84 cents last time around they paid you, and that went right back in, dripped, bought more shares. Right? Coke? One of your favorites?
Yeah.
I invest in Pepsi. Everybody knows, I love Pepsi. You like Pepsi or Coke?
Both.
He likes both. But we split. We're getting the best of both worlds here. And then next, after Coke, we did Apple, ticker symbol AAPL, brand new position. We put $20, or you put $20. You wanted $20 into Apple. We don't own anything Apple. My work phone is Apple. But what do you think's good about Apple in the future? Oh, I always say when we're investing into stocks, what should you do? How should you invest?
If it's going to be around in 10 years.
Bingo. If you think it's going to be around in 10 years, it's probably a good, safe bet. Think Apple's going to be around in 10 years?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. They got the cars coming out. Move it along. Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN. What'd you go in Amazon for? $20 into Amazon, another new position.
What?
Does Amazon, I feel like we live in an Amazon warehouse here. We have so many things from Amazon all the time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, next up, Walmart, ticker symbol WMT. Another favorite of yours, right? We go to Walmart a lot, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Boring in the food section, though.
Well, we'll let them know. We're a shareholder. You're a share. I don't own Walmart. She owns Walmart, so. All right. Boring in the food. Well, we got to eat. Sorry, it can't be all fun and sun all the time.
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, it's cold over there, and we always go in without sweaters on. And Mom makes us stand by the freezer section. The aisles of the food section are cold, too.
Well, we'll let Walmart know. And lastly, Starbucks, ticker symbol SBUX. You like Starbucks, yeah? We got a lot of gift cards from Starbucks.
It's really popular.
That's a good enough reason for me. It's popular. And last question. We've got some gift money from Christmas. Another $50 is going to go in. Anything in particular you want to buy or add to? What do you think you're going to do with that $50? Is there any new position? What's that commercial we saw a ton of during Christmas?
Hershey's?
Hershey's. Maybe you'll think about Hershey's. Well, I'll let you guys know, so I'm going to let her get out of here. All right, and here we are with my daughter, Josephine. We call her Fiend. And I gave her, my wife and I, $300. She got $150 for Christmas and $150 for her birthday because her birthday is tomorrow, December 28th. How old are you going to be?
12.
She's going to be 12. Rocking and rolling. All right, so you can see on the screen here, the last is at the top. I did buy Walt Disney for her. It's only $17. She wanted 20, but all she had left was 17. So we added to Walt Disney. It's one of her biggest and oldest positions. What do you like about Disney?
I like how there's like a bunch of rides there.
Yeah,
and
the theme parks.
Some of the rides are really fun.
Yeah. And what else? What do they got?
Food.
Yeah, but do we watch anything? We'll see. Your sister didn't know this. Anything we see on TV that's Disney?
We see like movies and like.
Anyone in particular?
No, I don't know.
Mandalorian.
Oh. It's
like Jeopardy around here. All right, anyway, moving on. So we like Disney. And then one of your best performing is Caterpillar, ticker symbol CAT. Put $10 into Caterpillar. Tell me something about Caterpillar. What do you like? What do they do?
They like build stuff, and when we went to the museum, I thought it was really interesting.
In Peoria. And they make the machines that build buildings, and they help construct things. We love stuff that's always being built. And then another new position. So McDonald's, $40 into McDonald's, ticker symbol MCD. What do you know about McDonald's?
They have food there, and
what's your favorite thing there?
I like the burgers and chicken nuggets. I don't really like their ice cream, but they just added like slushies, so I like the slushies because they have blue raspberry.
Those are good, and I believe those are Coca-Cola slushies, right? Yeah. All right, so let's move it along. Next up, another new position, Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN. What's up with Amazon? Why'd you go Amazon? And what did we put in Amazon? $40 into Amazon.
They ship like a bunch of stuff.
And mostly all to our house, right? Every day it seems like I said like we live in an Amazon warehouse. Next is Starbucks, ticker symbol SBUX, another old and tried position that you've had for a while. $60 into Starbucks. That bought over half of a share. What do you like at Starbucks?
I haven't really tried much, but I know there's like this chocolate drink that I like, and then I like their peppermint hot chocolate.
It's popular. Everybody likes it. And that's what I tell them. If it's popular, people like it, it's a good investment. When every time we go by a Starbucks, there's lines of cars around the building, right? Every time. And then last, we got a new position. Apple, ticker symbol AAPL, a whole full share she wanted at $132.47. You got one share of Apple. What do you like about Apple? Why did you want to buy Apple?
Because they make like a bunch of like electronics and stuff, like phones, tablets, watches.
They make everything. And what else do you know that they're making? What have I been talking about that's coming out?
A new phone.
No, with a car. Apple car.
Oh yeah, an Apple car.
Got the Apple car coming out. That's going to be huge. So, all right, man. Thank you. All right, so that was my kids. That's what they got for Christmas. That was some of their gifts. And it is just so important. And it's not the easiest to make them understand in the future. But I am sure as heck trying to teach them and show them that toys break. And these companies that they're investing in are most likely going to be around for quite a long time, and they're going to pay them a growing stream of income. How insanely awesome is that they have already started with income, money coming in that they will just be able to keep on rolling once those portfolios turn over to them when they turn 21. I'm going to do everything I can to tell them not to sell, hold on to it, and keep adding to it. I've given you a great start, and you can give your kids, and actually they don't even have to be your kids. They can be anybody with a social security number that is under 19 and was a dependent this past year, or if they are up to 24 years old and a full-time college student. You can open it up. You can fund it however much you want. You can do these games like I do, which I think is awesome. Let them pick. What do you want to put money into? Now, understandably, Amazon doesn't pay a dividend yet, but it doesn't matter. Just to get them going and invested. Companies you see, companies that are fun, things you love. Nintendo was another one that we're talking about putting money into. And as you saw, they're going to each get $50 more. So I do think that Schwab is the best bet. There are so many tools that are available. What I love about them, as opposed to Acorns or a Stash, is that their customer service is top notch. You can call their number and be talking to a person that is knowledgeable within a matter of minutes. You don't get that with some of the low-cost brokerages that are out there. Definitely not with Acorns. They actually have branch offices. Now, I know that a lot of them are closed down or severely limited or restricted due to the pandemic. But before, I was able to walk into a branch office and I turned in my application right then and there, got it taken care of, was able to speak with somebody. I highly recommend that you look into a company like Schwab or Vanguard or one of the big name brokers that are all now no commission trades. It just makes so much more sense for you and the ones that you are investing for. Follow me on Twitter at RustyRam78. Check out my podcast on all your favorite and major podcatchers, which I do that once a week. Every Friday, I put that out, do a wrap up of what I invested in and anything that's interesting to me. Please, if you haven't done so already, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to grow, and I'm doing this for the long haul. Like and subscribe and leave me a comment because expertise comes from you, from the community. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, what you think about Schwab. Where do you have custodial accounts? Do you have a custodial account? I want to know. I want to discuss it with you. And the disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor, and none of this is financial advice. These are just my thoughts and opinions shared for your fun and entertainment. And have a very wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you in the next video.